Welcome, my fabulous diamond painting fanatics. I'm DiDi, and thank you for joining me for today's What's Up Wednesday or Whip It Wednesday. I don't know what I called it. I forgot. I'm in my night shift, so bear with me. Bear with me. Night shift brain, always a joy. I would like to start this whip and chat off by thanking each and every one of you who commented on my last bit emotional video. Thank you all, it meant the world to me. It gave me some new spirit. I'm still in the I'm not doing anything for my career month. Well, not really. I already took on a new project, which is gonna be massive. So yeah, joy, oh joy. Already feel so much fun in that. You can hear the sarcasm, right? Yeah. But yes, I really appreciated all of your comments. I'm so honored that you all kind of missed me. I've had so many people tell me over the last few weeks that they missed me, that they missed my whip and chats. And to be quite honest, I really do enjoy doing whip and chats, but it takes a little extra time planning, since it takes a while to come up with ideas to talk about, and I'm kind of out of ideas. Yeah, I'm out of ideas, so that's why it's most likely not going to be a weekly thing, just because I don't know what I'm doing or what I should be doing. So when I get a good idea, I'll let you know. I am playing around with the idea to do a Dutch series, to talk a bit about my country and some of its oranges, or orange, not orange as in the color orange, but the origins, the start, and how it came to be the way it is now, and some of our typical stuff. And it kind of came on with me reading back some of the comments, and someone left me a comment that they only realized later on why I like the color orange, after seeing I think it was A Bridge Too Far, so it's the war movie about Operation Market Garden, that quite horribly failed in some parts. So yeah, so I think I'll do a series about that, and some of the prejudices people have when they think about us Dutchies. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. If you like that, please let me know down below, because that's something I'm playing around me, but it's gonna take some preparation, some research, because our history is a bit complicated. So yeah, maybe I should do that. So let me know if you like that idea. And I'm also playing around with the other thing, and I might touch that in the end of this video, but yeah, do have some vague ideas at the moment. Still vague, nothing really set right now. So a little update on what I'm working on. In my last whip and chat, I asked you guys to vote on two owls I had. One was an ever moment, one was a hurricane, and I said I don't mind you picking the hurricane, because in the past I had people not pick something because they thought it was gonna be hard to do. So I said, don't worry about popping drills, I'll manage it. Oh boy, I was so wrong. I was so wrong, because the popping drills in this canvas are insane. They're so insane that I decided that I'll seal the canvas as I go, so each time I need to move it, of my easel, I'll seal the section I worked on, and then I'll continue. Because it's so bad. It's when I run my fingers over, it's like 7 or 8 come off. So that's not so good. But this part is sealed so far. So this is sealed. This is not coming off. I still use the Mod Podge, which, as you can see, it doesn't take away from the color. It doesn't take away from the sparkle. I use Mod Podge. Let me see. Gloss. So the glossy one, not the matte one, the glossy one. And it does work. So yeah, popping drills are insane. The amount of trash drills so far is pretty big. Let me show you. So this little baggie, this is my 3rd strip. So if I've got this done, I'll have a 50 by 30 section done, and this is all the trash I've got so far. So yeah, there are a lot of things with extra bits, and I'm not even taking out all the ones with the tiny nubbles, because that way we're not gonna get anywhere. I'm gonna run out of my drills in like 5 seconds. So just playing around with it and see how it goes. I do love the canvas though. In the beginning it was a bit fuzzy and it's extremely confetti heavy. This is actually a section where it is not as bad. I started off with sections that were pretty extreme in their confetti. It was just, yeah. Even I love confetti, I had a hard time with some little fuzziness of the symbols. The fuzziness cleared up. This is perfectly clear. So the fuzziness cleared up, but having fuzzy symbols in a confetti heavy section, yeah, it was a bit hard. So that was another trial I had to go through. But so far this looks good. The glue is perfect. I haven't encountered any river at all. Nothing. Not even the Hurricane ones always do the sections. So they have the 10 centimeter sections off to the side, and even that doesn't create any rivers, no bubbles, no nothing, perfectly flat. So that's actually pretty good, considering that this canvas has been in my stash for over a year. It was on my second order I did from AliExpress, and I've been kind of putting on the back burner to do, because I was afraid of the Drillmageddon and not wanting to deal with it. But it is so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me do some photos of it. I shared some photos, and I'm loving the eyes. The eyes follow you through the room. The detail in the top part so far is amazing. You really get an authentic feeling, which in my opinion is pretty hard if you have a photograph that's transferred to a diamond painting. I always end up with the feeling that lots of the details get lost. And this is a 50 by 50, so it's a pretty decent size, and it does give out some good detail, and it doesn't look blotchy. It does look very real. It has the real feeling of feathers when you look at it. When you're up close, it's blotchy. When you step back, it's really comes together. So I'm really looking forward to having this finished. I have picked out my next two projects. The next one is gonna be my stitch. The last one I unboxed from Wish. That really, I really love that image, and it's 30 by 40, and I'm gonna whip it out real fast. And I really want to get it done to see if it looks good, because I am pretty unsure about that. But we will see. I really hope it does turn out good. I did manage to get the canvas looking pretty okay. It does look pretty okay, but it doesn't compare to this one. And honestly, if Hurricane hadn't had all these issues with the drills and just stayed on top of their game with the drills, their canvases are real good. So it's a shame that they have the issue with the drills and they can't seem to resolve it. But if I'm correct, Miss Rachel Ray is gonna do a square Hurricane in the near future. She asked us to pick one around the Peloton. She asked us to pick one of the canvases she saw on Hurricane, and I think she's gonna do a square to see their quality. So I really hope they picked it up, but this is, if I didn't really love the image, I think I might have stopped somewhere along the way, just because of the drills. But yeah, since I love the image, I'm gonna power through, get this done, and just deal with the drills as I go. And we'll see. We will see how it turns out. I'm very glad that the Mod Podge doesn't butcher it and doesn't take away from its gorgeousness, because I'm so in love with the things I'm seeing so far. But yeah, that's my current whip. Then I'll be doing the stitch, and afterwards I will be doing a square diamond art club. And mainly because I heard people complaining about their squares. My first one, the Revealing Woman, I wasn't all that impressed with their squares, and you all know that. If you love DSC and you love the squares, I'm okay, that's just my opinion. I do not like gapping. And since that was my first canvas from them, and it was an older canvas, I did want to give them another chance. So I did order another square, and that's gonna be up next afterwards, just to see how the gapping is now, because that's something I am real curious about. I do love their rounds. I did a round one in between me finishing up my Victorious Moon canvas and this one, so that only took me a week or something like that. It was small, so yeah. This is taking me a bit longer since I can't use my multi-placer, so I am really having to place all the drills one by one. Something I used to do in the past, but since I managed working with my multi-placer, I switched. But now it doesn't work. With all the different size drills, it's not good. So yeah, that's what's up next. And afterwards I might do, I'll show you my stash. It's a longer video because I've got a pretty decent stash and not all of you have seen all my videos, and not all of the things you might see I have unboxed on my channel. I'm a bit behind on my videos since I only do one unboxing a month, just or a week, not one unboxing a month, but one a week, just to show you all what I've got. Or I might count the canvases that I've got, and I think it's around 50. I think. I don't know. I'm pretty afraid of counting all my canvases, but then I'll ask you to pick a number. The first comment of that number, that's the canvas that I'll be doing. And how I'm gonna do it, well, I'm simply gonna count all, gonna grab my drills out of the container that I've got them in, because I've got them in one large, it's almost like a tub right now. But yeah, one of the ideas that I'm playing around with, how I'm gonna manage doing that, so you all can pick my next project without me picking it for you. It's gonna be a surprise to all of us. What else? Oh, yeah. You all know you might know, I love my Yankee candles. We had a little store in the town I live in that sells them. They're not really common in the Netherlands. And they also had the US special editions and all that kind of stuff. And I've been wanting to take my family there for a long time to get them to know Yankee Candle. And my mom, since they have dogs in the house, she loves a good scented candle, just to sometimes take out a little bit of the dog smells. So I really was trying to take her there, and each time first they were closed, then they just disappeared, and I was so upset, because I really love that store. And since you can't really buy them, yeah, you can buy them online, but I really, before I buy a Yankee Candle, they're a bit pricey, I do want to know what it smells like. So I really love sniffing all of the little candles, seeing what kind of scent I like. So yeah, horrible. So a couple of weeks ago I walked past the empty storefront with one of my friends, and I told her that I was so upset that it wasn't there anymore. She was like, "Oh no, but they moved. They're now somewhere, and it's closer to my place." And I was like, no way. Yes, they were there. The store has shrunk a bit, but that's okay. The store was huge. It shrunk a bit, but they still have a lot of scents. So I kind of went all over, bought 5 candles, 4 for myself and 1 for my sister, for her to try out. I had a scent standing here when they visited me for my birthday, and she really loved it, but it was one of the summer smells, and lucky for me they had 1 of that smell left, so I bought it for her birthday. So happy birthday, sis, if you're watching this. Pretty sure she doesn't, but yeah, my baby sister turned 29 a couple of days ago. So yeah, I bought it. She lit it up last Sunday. She loves it. Now she wants to buy the advent calendar Yankee Candle has. But yeah, I now have around 7 or 8 cents in the largest size from Yankee Candle. Yeah. And they, oh, I'm so happy. My favorite scent so far, actually the first one I bought, is the Snow Dusted Bayberry Leaf, which was a winter special for last year. It was not even over the halfway empty, but I really love that scent, and I saw that they had one left, so of course I had to take it because that scent is so amazing. It's on right now. It really lights up my room. It smells so good. My entire house actually smells like this candle after a while, so that's pretty neat. In the housing department I also got my new chairs. You can't see them, but they're green. It did take some getting used to, since they're a bit higher, around 1.5 centimeters higher, which means that my EP is a bit off. When I'm working, I'm not yet used to this height, so I'm considering getting my easel a bit higher, so adding something to the bottom part to make sure that I'm not too much bent over, to make sure I don't get any back problems or shoulder problems or whatever. It does work, but the only part I'm comfortable working at the moment is the top section, so I have it almost all the way to the top at the moment, and I'll just slide it along. So yeah, that's something that's it takes some getting used to, but I'm very happy with my chairs. They're so much prettier than the old ones, and the old ones actually turned out to be rusted on the inside. They were very cheap when I bought them. I had them for 6 years, and normally I would just throw them out. They were in too bad a shape to give them to welfare to sell for cheap. I knew that wasn't fair, and my friend, you all know my very creative, crafty friend, she does use leftover fabric from all kinds of materials, or sources, better put it, sources. And I had a very lovely faux leather yellow, ochre yellow chairs, and actually the fabric held up pretty good. So I took the entire chair apart, only to find out that the metal frame was rusting on the back side, which was covered up so you couldn't see it, but yeah, that was rusted. And then I had to only drop off the metal frames. The rest all went to my friend, who's gonna reuse it to make some lovely bags or other things. So yeah, the materials didn't go to waste. The metal is perfectly sorted at our sorting center, so it can be reused. So that's a good thing. I did feel like an extreme idiot going to the recycle center. Dutch recycle systems work in a way that all larger things, you must drive there yourself. So you drive to the recycle center and then you need to sort them accordingly. I never done that. So first of all, I needed to find it. Second of all, I had no idea how it worked because each and every community has its own specific way of doing it. So we've got the let's see, in the community my parents live, you actually need to weigh your car before driving in and then driving out, and you pay an X amount for dumping your trash. Apparently mine doesn't have that system, which is pretty decent and awesome. So I actually was capable of leaving my chairs there all for free and pay anything to have them recycled. But yeah, that's a good thing. And if you're wondering why I keep picking at this drill, I have a little bit too much glue on there. A little bit too much Mod Podge. And was standing up and was driving me crazy. But yeah, so that's been going on, and I've been binge watching the World Cup rugby. Somehow I do love the non so typical Dutch, for Dutch people, sports. Dutch sports, we all know. If you ever watch the Olympics, we're pretty good at speed skating, ice skating. And then the long distance, we're trying to get better at the short track, but mostly long distances are a Dutch feast. So bad that I think, not the last one, but the one before, we won just about all medals. It was insane. So yeah, we're pretty good at speed skating, but rugby, ice hockey, or hockey as you call it, for us hockey is field hockey. That's a more Dutch sport. But hockey is one of my favorite sports ever. I really, really love watching that game. But it turns out I also love rugby, and I do not know why. I even understand the game, but it's the World Cup, and I'm a supporter of Scotland, and they went out in group phase. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. It really saddened me to see them go. Now I'm supporting England for the final. I watch all the games that are here visible in the Netherlands. It's not all of them, but most of them are available to watch. And it's just, I want a European team to win the World Cup this year. I love the All Blacks, don't get me wrong, they're awesome. I love the haka. But yeah, just a bit of European proud and pride. That's the better word, pride. Night shift mode does something to my English. It's horrible. Yesterday I had to talk in English to one of my patients, because we do have a lot of expats near the hospital where I live. So I needed to do my consultation in English. And I couldn't get my mind to the word for appetite. So I was trying to talk around it. Yeah, do you feel like eating? Are you hungry? I couldn't get it because a loss of appetite is one of the symptoms of an appendicitis. For those of you compared with all the other symptoms, so not just loss of appetite doesn't equal appendicitis, but it is one of the things that we look for when we're talking to our patients. And I couldn't get it, and then I needed to ask him whether or not he was able to pee in a normal way. Yes, it's one of my favorite subjects, talking about bowel movements and peeing. And since he was an expert and not a native English speaker as well, of course it was a bit funny since I remembered bowel movements. And he was like, so he froze up on that part. So it's always a bit funny because we do have some native English speakers, but most of them are Eastern Europe. We do have some Asian people as well, and we all know the Chinese English. Yeah, it's sometimes pretty funny to get things sorted out with them. But it's a good practice for if I decide to actually move to the UK to work there. So it's always something I need to practice. But it just appetite, and I couldn't find the word, and it took me so long. And of course you walk out of the room and you're like, yeah, appetite, that was it, that's it. So yeah, that was a bit funny. We did manage to help the patient. And when I hear my colleagues talk, I'm like, yeah, my English is pretty decent. Pretty pleased with that. So I managed. Some of my colleagues really do struggle with it, so it's okay. If you guys are wondering what these kind of symbols are, and who doesn't come with an inventory sheet, and being a 50 by 50, I now can only see the key for the last 7 symbols, and the rest is folded to the back of my easel, because I have the tiny easel. It's only 30 centimeters up and 40 centimeters wide, so yeah, it does kind of get lost when I'm working on it. So I tried drawing. As you can see, these are 3 little triangles. 3 little triangles. This was a bee. I really didn't remember what it was, so I had to redraw it. Since I bought my stickers on AliExpress, they were extremely cheap for a lot of stickers, but they do bleed a bit when you're writing on them. So that's a bit difficult. But yeah, I've been watching rugby, and let me say, oh boy, me like some rugby players, especially second line. If you're wondering why I love the second line, they're the very tall men, and some of them are pretty cute. So yeah, I don't mind. I do not like the ears though. Nope. The ears, they all get the cauliflower ears from being hit so often. Not really attractive, but it's okay. I'll manage. So that's a plus size to watching Rugby World Cup, and luckily for me, I can see the final live. I might even stay up to watch on Friday morning. It is for third and fourth place. The game is played, and then I get out of my night shift, so that's actually the day I need to turn back to a regular schedule. So yeah, that's always a bit tricky. Turning back to a regular schedule, getting things back to normal. So I'll actually think I'll start DPing after night's work, and normally I'm just spent. I can actually fall asleep diamond painting after my night shifts. So yeah, but if the rugby is on, I might get some work done. So we'll see what's gonna happen. So that's the World Cup rugby. If you haven't watched any of the games, I know the United States, they went out pretty fast. I did see them play. It was okay. It weren't the best games. Oh, this is hard. This canvas does have the 3 triangles placed together and the clover one, and they are almost the same background, which means sometimes I'm trying to figure out whether or not something is the triangles or the clover. In this case, I'm gonna go with that the clover and these were the triangles, I think. I'm really moving along in my drill situation. It's gonna be pretty color blocking over here, so, and down below here and there. That's gonna be some color blocking, so to get some checkerboard done. Do we have an S, an S, an S, an S, an S? Nope, no S's. Alright, V's. We do have some V's. And as you all know, I've been loving the escape room game. We did one escaping from Wonderland. Sorry, I was in Neverland. No, that's Peter Pan. I was escaping from Wonderland. So they built an Alice in Wonderland themed escape room. They did it all in blacklight, which really was pretty awesome. It really messes with your mind a bit. But somehow we escaped in right in time. We had 10 minutes left, so from the hour, so we went pretty fast, so that's good. And the next one, we're gonna do a break in. We're gonna rob a bank, and we'll see whether or not we can get to the jackpot, which is an actual prize. So if you win the jackpot, you get some money. Apparently it's pretty hard to do, so I don't get my hopes up. Since we're only with a 2-person team, it's gonna take a little while, but we can see, we will see. It is fun to do, and so far the issues with doing escape rooms with someone you really like, I'm pretty fanatic when it comes to games. I really always want to win. But in this case, we seem to be able to be pretty direct during the game, and the moment we step out we're all good and friends again and there's nothing wrong. So that's really, really nice. It would be the waste if our escape room adventures somehow messed up our relationship, because he's a real good friend. So don't want to mess that up. And if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, or well, you can't see me look, I wrote down a little list because night shift mode, my brain doesn't want to go. And I'm gonna skip the next points, but I'm gonna continue to my last point, which is the fact that I really need to go on diet. In the last month I had a pity month, so I ate a lot of chocolate. I didn't really take care of myself, and I hadn't been paying that much attention at all to my diet. And then I had to get a larger size pants at work, and I was like, that's not good, not good, what's going on? So my trainer actually decided that I'm fit enough again to try and train my back, to get some back exercises going, so I can deadlift again. I'm so happy. I am so happy to be deadlifting again. I really love that. And it's been going pretty decent. It's been going good actually, the workouts. But we need to start on a new program, and I decided that I'll put up a goal, since we'll be going skiing in March with the colleagues. I don't ski, I do upper ski, so that's the body part. I'm good at that. And it also means that I might be a bit more in the sauna or in the swimming pool than actually on the slopes, which means that I'll need to wear my bikini. Yeah, at the point that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Just the idea almost gives me panic attack. For those of you who have been with me longer, you might know that I do have some body issues, and a bikini or swimwear really, really frightens me. And it isn't always necessary. Well, it's not necessary at all, but yeah, it does frighten me, and it is something that I try to avoid. But since I'll be going with my colleagues, I can't really avoid it. And so I decided that my goal is gonna be to be bikini proof in March next year. By that time I need to lose at least 6 kilograms, then I'll add blah 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 blah. Then I am at my goal weight, so I'll be hitting my goal. That's my comfort zone. But since I picked the goal, I had to stand on the scale. I hadn't stand on the scale in quite a long time, and it turns out that I've never been as heavy as I am today. Yeah, all the good work and all the progress that I made in the trash. So now I'm on a diet, which also means that I actually need to start cooking again. I love cooking, but cooking for one person isn't always fun. And especially during night shifts, I'm not really feeling it 9 out of 10 times. I'm not allowed to eat a lot of chocolate, and I'm, making healthy choices. Trying to cut down on my coffee, which is the hardest part. That's something that I'm working on. I really started good. Yeah, I did start good. I got my groceries in today. They woke me up for my grocery delivery. But I did get them in, and I did make breakfast ahead of time for 2 days. I love my overnight oats. That's really something that I can eat every single day. And I do make different variations of it. So I've got 2 done so far, so that's good. I do have enough food so I can actually cook dinners. I'll be making soup, so I can take it to work this night. I'm gonna be baby steps, guys. So I did take a good pre-cooked meal that I only need to reheat. That's gonna be for tonight. For tomorrow, I'll be cooking a Asian noodle steak dinner, which is gonna be my lunch, and I'll be having the soup for dinner in my night shift thing. So yeah, that's gonna be it, and then I'll need to be on the scale again next week when I see my trainer again. So I'm really contemplating whether or not I should make progress videos or show you what I'm doing to lose the weight that I need to get bikini proof. So if you're interested in me doing a little vlog section of me showing what I'm eating, making, all that kind of stuff, and how I'm gonna do the tracking of my intake and the tracking of me burning up the calories in the gym. If you're interested, let me know. I might do another section to my channel to do a little vlog of me showing all the good food that I'm making. Because the funny part is I'm a pretty good, I'm a good cook. And I love food, and I love good food, and as long as things taste right, I can eat or spend hours in the kitchen making stuff. So yeah, that's something that I'm contemplating, because in the past I used to cook different meals each separate day, but with my current schedule it's pretty hard to do. So I might start making dinners for 2 and then just reheating some parts the next day. And I kind of went overboard because I ordered way too much for the next couple of days, but most are non-perishable items, so I'll be fine. And I do need to think of what I'm gonna eat in a couple of minutes. because it's almost time for me to have another meal, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. No. My go-to is making some kind of wrap. Oh, I might do that. I've got some very nice avocado, fried egg on top with some bean sprouts, some pepper, some salt. And to spice up the avocado, I do mix in some wasabi mayo. So that's pretty good, and I'm just gonna roll them in a vegetable wrap. I used to use the normal wraps, but I switched to the ones based on vegetables. So now I've got a paprika wrap. It really tastes good. I've got beet wraps in the as well. I ordered those, and I do love making an Asian inspired wrap where I make my own satay sauce, which basically is peanut butter mixed with soy sauce, ketchup sauce, and sambal. And I might add some sriracha as well. And to get it, if it's too sticky, I might add a little bit of just a teeny tiny drop of sesame oil. And then I spread that out on my wrap. I'll add some smoked chicken breast. I'll add some paprika. I'll add some what I'm gonna add as well. I'm gonna add tauge. I don't know. I think it's bean sprouts as well. I don't know the English word for that, but I'll do that. I might fry up some mushrooms, some lettuce, and a cooked egg, but I haven't cooked any eggs yet, so I need to cook some eggs. So I have a little bit of extra already ready to go if you want an egg as a snack or as an add to my wraps. I can do that. And I know in the dieting community, eggs are either good or bad. I love my eggs. They have a lot of protein in it. They don't have a lot of fat. I never skip a food group. So I don't go low fat, low cal, low nothing. I just eat less and I eat more vegetables. Because when I don't pay attention, I eat a lot of takeout. Hardly any vegetables, hardly any fruits. And a lot of fast carbs. So I'm replacing those with slower carbs. And if I have time, I might even... I'll have the noodle dinner for tomorrow. And I can do the soup, or I could do the... I could do a salad. I've got some rice, pasta, with lettuce, some tuna, and some green beans. That would also make a good salad. And the tuna I've got is with a little sauce. So I might do that. Ooh, I've got all kinds of ideas. So if you want to hear more about my ideas and the things that I'm making for dinner, lunch, breakfast, if you're interested, let me know down below in the comment section, because as you might have heard, I am a complete foodie. I love to cook, but sometimes it's hard, and the moment I start again, I sometimes don't stop and I go overboard. So if you want to see me go overboard, or if you want to see me on my weight loss bikini proof journey, don't worry, you won't be seeing me in my bikini. I'm not gonna do that to you. But if you just want to know more about that, let me know down below, and I'll see how I'll do that and how I can manage to get everything so you all can follow. Since I'm already tracking all the things I'm eating in an app, it shows me all the calories I'm burning, all the calories I'm eating, and it works with my it synchronizes my workouts as well. So if I've done a workout, if you're wondering what I'm doing and you're buying a sprinkling, I need to refill a bag. And of course I can't find it. I can't find the color. So it's when I work out a lot, I need to eat more. And for me, it's always a challenge when I'm dieting to eat enough to keep my energy up. Because sometimes I just don't realize I'm hungry, and therefore I do not eat. And yeah, not eating is not such a good idea. So yeah, that's gonna be a struggle. I think I've got it set now at 1600 calories a day of good food. My dietary needs and calorie intake tell me that I need to eat at least, for my body, a normal intake would be around 24 to 2500 calories. I'm tall, I've got a lot of muscles, so I do not want to lose my muscles, but I do want to lose fat, so I need to eat a lot of protein to get everything in the right order, if I'm correct. I'm no dietary expert, but somehow I kind of managed to do everything. So yeah, let me know down below. I'm gonna stop rambling about this food thing. If I made you hungry, I'm sorry. I hope it's almost dinner time, lunchtime, breakfast time. Whenever you're listening to this, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it and to try it out and see if it goes. And no, I'm not trying to copy Stitcherista. It's gonna be a different one. Yeah, I'm not gonna use any program or something. No. I do loved watching Stitcherista on her weight loss journey. She did so good, so very proud of her. But yeah, if you're into that and you want me to do a little section about that each week, I think I can manage filming and editing that. I hope. So yeah, let me know if you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I would like to thank you all for listening to me ramble for an entire hour. Oh boy, I thought I wasn't gonna have anything to talk about today. Just start on food, I'll keep talking. So I'm gonna leave the one thing for next week or next whip and chat, And I'll see you in my next video, and I hope I'll get it up by Friday for Final Thoughts Friday. And it's a very cute foxy. The next one is going to be a very cute foxy. So stay tuned. Thank you all for all of your support, and I will see you in my next video. Happy trading!